like personally, I feel like, I'm like, I relate a lot with Sikhism in some ways, but I also think it's important to forge your own path in life, and just like, learn about things authentically. So I guess I'm kind of branching off here from India, but I just wanted to say, like, you know, like, yeah, I mean, one of the things that I saw, um, throughout growing up and going to solstice and all that stuff was that there's also a huge lack of critical thinking in the 3HO community. And that's one of the biggest downfalls of the community, I think, is that, people really they're attracted to the community because they want to be good people and they want to do good things. But um, without having that ability to critically analyze and just like dialogue and think about things and just like take them apart and look and see like what's going on, um, you can get trapped in the dogma. Like you get trapped in the kind of, the shaming and the cultural slash, religious, spiritual superiority of those organizations like Rama and like these other ones that, they just don't, they don't respect other ways of doing things. And so I don't know. I think that's the balance to be had, is people need to learn those skills and apply them.
Hmm.
And I'm saying that, like that's why I went to college and I took philosophy. And at the time I thought it was like really cool because it's not something I think it's because it's something I didn't really, you know grow up with seeing in the 3HO community. It was like I didn't see the freedom of like, like looking at a way of doing things and being like, okay, does this actually make sense? Or like, is this benefiting everyone truly? And doing that kind of study like helped me figure that out a little
Hmm. Hmm. I think you make a really great point too around, on one end it's like real open, it's inclusive, we accept and love everyone, and yet then there's actually an air of spiritual superiority. But if you cut your hair, or you don't wear your turban, or it doesn't look like this, or da 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 da, as a culture, it was kind of like, oh, you're shunned and you're doing that wrong. And what an interesting thing, like, oh, we're all inclusive, this practice and teachings are for everyone, it's going to change humanity, and yet if you don't do it like this, you're not among the elite spiritual warriors. And that's not the essence of why so many people think they're getting involved in the community.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's this pyramid where like you have to like, crawl to the top and like claim victory, but that's not